This video dissects Aston Villa's stunning victory over Manchester City, a tactical masterclass that exposed vulnerabilities in the reigning champions. We'll analyze Villa's high-pressing game plan, their clinical counterattacks, and how they effectively neutralized City's midfield dominance. We'll also examine City's struggles, including their defensive disorganization, the impact of key absences, and the limitations of their attacking play. Finally, we'll assess individual performances and discuss whether Guardiola's late substitutions could have salvaged the result. The opening exchanges, Villa's immediate pressure, and City's initial response. I expected it the way City fall, they fall the same, Villa are up, City fall. This perfectly encapsulates the shock of this Villa Park result. From the very first whistle, Aston Villa launched an aggressive high press, immediately disrupting Manchester City's attempts to build from the back. This early pressure forced City into rushed clearances and uncomfortable situations, setting a frantic pace for the opening exchanges. It was a clear statement of intent from Unai Emery's side, demonstrating that they were not intimidated by the champions. But City, renowned for their composure and ability to control possession, began to find their footing around the 10-minute mark. They started stringing together passes, attempting to establish their rhythm and assert their dominance on the game. Grealish as the main outlet and Villa's ruthless counterattack. Grealish is the key player for City, and his right-hand side saw the majority of the action, as he consistently caused problems for the Villa defense. He became the primary focus of City's attacks, frequently receiving the ball and attempting to create opportunities through his dribbling and passing. But Villa's organized defensive structure and lightning-quick transitions effectively limited his impact. They were well prepared for Grealish's tendency to cut inside and look to double-team him whenever he received the ball in dangerous areas. And then, against the run of play, a moment of brilliance from Tielemans unlocked City's defense. A perfectly weighted through ball carved through the midfield, releasing Rodgers on a rapid counterattack. With pace and precision, Rodgers advanced towards City's goal before calmly laying the ball off to Duran, who finished with composure to give Villa an early and crucial lead. This goal was a textbook example of Villa's counter-attacking strategy: swift transitions from defense to attack, accurate passing, and a clinical finish. Haaland's limited touches, Villa's defensive success, and City's attacking woes. By the 20th minute, the usually prolific Erling Haaland had only managed 4 touches. This remarkable statistic speaks volumes about Villa's defensive organization and their effectiveness in neutralizing City's main attacking threat. They were content to concede possession in deeper areas, maintaining a compact and disciplined low block. This defensive strategy effectively cut off the supply line to Haaland, preventing him from receiving the ball in dangerous positions inside the box. And this period, from approximately the 20th to the 27th minute, saw Villa further solidify their defensive shape, frustrating City's attempts to create clear-cut chances. City were struggling to penetrate the organized defense, and Haaland's frustration was becoming increasingly evident as he was starved of service. Tielemans' orchestration, City's response, and growing tension in the first half. Tielemans was a central figure in Villa's midfield performance, dictating the tempo from the center of the pitch and doing a great job in both defensive and offensive transitions. He was instrumental in disrupting City's build-up play, winning crucial tackles, and initiating swift counterattacks with accurate passing. Around the 34th minute, City produced a moment of attacking flair, with Foden and Lewis combining effectively in a promising move. But Villa quickly countered once again, although their final decision in the attacking third let them down, preventing them from creating a clear goal-scoring opportunity. The tension of the match continued to escalate, and Grealish then drew a second yellow card from a Villa player, highlighting the intensity of the contest. At 38 minutes, Villa attacked again, and City tried to penetrate the middle. And by 44 minutes, City was under a counter-attack, with Grealish back to defend. Key first-half observations and second-half action. The need for Kovacic to have prevented the run that led to the first goal became a key talking point. Foden was still searching for his first goal, and the need for Kevin De Bruyne's introduction at halftime became increasingly evident. City's defensive organization was a major concern, with the partnership between Lewis and Akanji not functioning effectively. The second half began much like the first, with Tielemans again doing excellent work to initiate counterattacks. And around the 50th minute, City were once again under sustained pressure, and Duran scored, but the goal was disallowed for offside. Bernardo Silva was notably absent, failing to make a significant impact. The recurring question of why City couldn't effectively stop these counterattacks loomed large, emphasizing the significant absence of Rodri and his crucial role. Duran's tireless work rate and constant movement continued to cause problems for City's defenders. City's midfield struggles, Grealish fades, and Villa's continued dominance. Around the 57th minute, Duran's high press caused further problems for City's build-up play. By the 60th minute, City's midfield looked increasingly weak and disjointed, raising further questions about the contributions of Kovacic and Gundogan. Even Grealish, who had been a key outlet in the first half, had faded into the background, struggling to influence the game as Villa tightened their grip. Around the 64th minute, Rodgers showcased his impressive ability to pick up the ball deep and drive forward, again highlighting the lack of effective midfield resistance from City. Villa continued to dominate around the 67th minute, with Silva forced into defensive action against Rodgers. Haaland's frustration was palpable, as he continued to struggle to receive service. Late substitutions, final moments, and Guardiola's tactical dilemma. Savinho was finally introduced, replacing Gundogan, but the change felt too late. Around the 72nd minute, Duran displayed his impressive work rate by recovering the ball. By the 76th minute, Tielemans continued to be brilliant in midfield. Haaland still hadn't touched the ball in Villa's 18-yard box. At the 83rd minute, Kovacic was replaced by Doku, signaling that Pep Guardiola was running out of ideas. The substitutions felt like they should have been made earlier. And in the 89th minute, Haaland finally received a cross intended for him, but it was too little, too late. The feeling was that Savinho should have been introduced much earlier, as he provided a much-needed spark.